Hello, YouTubers, diecast collectors. It's Jared White, the J-Man 63, the main man when it comes to collectibles. Today I have a car that is sure to, well, let's just get into it. This is the Big Red Camaro, a very famous road race car, one of 1,050 made by GMP. It's really nice on the outside. My only gripe is that the Vanishing Point car had realistic markers. This one has painted on markers, which it does kind of gripe me a little bit about this car. This car is pretty detailed for the interior part. The only thing that falls short is there's no working suspension, at least not that I can detect on this car. And it steers pretty well with the steering wheel. Actually, that's weird. It's not even linked up to this, either that or it's not linked up to the steering. I'm not really certain. There's very little play. I'll put it like that. Oh, there goes my phone. I gotta close my door. Hold on, guys. That's really irritating. Sorry. Must be eBay or Amazon giving me updates. Sorry about that interruption, but this is probably going to be the only review of this car out there that's on YouTube, so enjoy. So the front end grille, you can actually see through it. It's not just a plastic piece, and it's really well done. You even have a little metal tow hook on the front. So this is Pro Touring car number 1. This car conquered Pikes Peak and a lot of other road racing feats. I'm going to say I don't think the rear license plate actually flips up like a gas cap, but it's pretty cool looking. Back here you have your kill switch to turn your car on and off. Very nice detail with the red paint job, super deep, very high-end model. I'm afraid to kind of just hold this in the air for you guys, but I'm doing this for you. There goes Kim Possible again. Sorry, I am a 90s kid, but I really got to shut my sound bar off. That's going to irritate me if that keeps going off all night. But here's the rear end. Hopefully that'll shut off in a minute. Sorry, this isn't a great review and this isn't ideal, but my SD card was corrupted, so I couldn't get my actual file. Anyway, I think that's enough on the outside. It's pretty, I think the outside's kind of basic, and on here there's no hood pins to actually keep the hood closed. Would be nice if they included them, but the nice part is, if you can see me opening the hood right here, you get spring hood hinges. I think they have a limit to where they're going to open, and I think I found that limit. There we go. That's about as comfortable as I feel opening the hood. Now, if you look in here, there's a really nicely plumbed motor detail. There's nitrous lines. My camera on my phone would be a whole lot better at picking up all this detail. Just look at how nicely done this motor bay is, guys. Wow, I gotta say. All right, we can shut this hood now. I'm gonna shut it very carefully and gingerly. I don't want to screw up the hinges. And the hood closes very solid. Now we'll go on to the driver's side where RJ or the other guy gets his business done. This car broke records at Pikes Peak. This car is amazing. One of 1,050 made. Look at that detail, guys. Extremely well done. Let me go in and see. I can see every single atom of the interior here. Look at all the detailing that goes on in this car. You definitely get your money's worth when you buy off a TP53 site. You got a roll cage and everything. You got a shifter. You got all the boxes and stuff. You got the transmission hump. Everything is done up in here, guys. Extremely nicely done. People look at this and think this might be a Jada. This is no Jada for sure. There's a lot more detail than some Jada that you're going to see. I'm going to shut this door right here. So yeah, number 1, which means Pro Touring car number 1. And then we'll look in the trunk here. As you can see, there is a fuel cell in there. I'm not sure if it has soft touch line. Yeah, the lines are soft, so they're actual. These are actual rubber lines in here, which is a nice touch. I'm just kind of feeling them slightly, but I'm not sure where you gas up at because I'm not exactly all certain where the gas goes in. Anyway, let's move on to the passenger side of this car. All right, hold on. Let me real carefully turn this car around. I don't want to break anything because I'm very afraid to handle this thing. And then there's the other side right there. And you can see all the race equipment. I'm sure there's a race pack gauge in here or something like that to tell you how fast and your shift RPMs. Very detailed model. And yeah, so now this car sports a pretty detailed undercarriage here. Let's molest this car a little bit and show off the underside. No rotating drive shaft, unfortunately. And no working suspension, which is a bit of a disappointment on a car you pay this much money for. But look at this fender. She's a fat boy, man. Let's see what number this is that I got. I couldn't tell you, but she's a fat boy in the rear, man. She's a big boy. The tires, for some reason, don't want to roll all that well. They kind of do. But this model is extremely nice. I've got to say, if you watch the show Good Driving Fast and Taking Chances, or if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you go watch it and check it out. So watch the show and get a feel for how this car is built, because it's had a few variations throughout the years. And I would expect that GMP is going to do a few variations on this car in the near future, because they've already done this a few gassers with the snowplow. But you can see all the hood pins up here that are meant to keep this hood down. They're decals, but still, at least the fact that they're there is a nice thing. But you know what? My personal thing is Action used to make these in chrome, and if they wanted to, they could have made these in plastic or some kind of raised detail. That the fact that these are just stickers, and well, I mean, they are kind of raised if you look real closely. I don't know if y'all can see, but they are kind of raised. So I guess they're okay. They don't let the model a whole lot. What let this thing down really, the fact there's no painted side markers and the fact there's no drive shaft. But even with all the small things that don't work on this car, I still give this a car a full 10 out of 10. And it's a beautiful model, man. If you're going to invest in a GMP, I recommend, and you haven't done it in years, I recommend getting this one. It is beautiful, guys. This is the only review of Big Red that I see out there, so view this video, check it out. But Big Red doesn't have a lot of videos, so we need to show this car some love and show this thing some camera time, because this is an awesome model, guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car. I would show the box it came in, but I don't have it with me right now. But man, they did a good job on this piece. So, full 10 out of 10. Remember, if it has to do with diecast, it has to be the J-Man 6.3. Y'all have a good one. Keep it under 100. See you later. Bye.